Hey Smarticle Particles, this is Caleb Arrington, tuning in to Physical Chemistry for Kids. Today we're going to look at the oscillating reaction known as the organator. Take hydrogen peroxide, sulfuric acid, potassium iodate, malonic acid, starch, and manganese sulfate monohydrate. Here's the deal, kids. Iodine cycles through all of its oxidation states. We see the brown I2, iodine uncharged. We also see the black-blue triiodide complex. What happens is triiodide inserts itself into the starch helix, and the color that we see as a result is black-blue.
Man, this is so cool.
I feel like it took us like the full 3 hours to do this when we were in GChem.
Yeah. It's a sign of our growth.
It is. I had to do that lab by myself because I was in makeup lab and I was sick. But to do that was fun as well.
That's really cool.
Took forever.
How's it look, Dr. Case?
Good.
Thank you. Thank you. 3 professional thermodynamicists in the room. And today we're kineticists.
That's right.
Now, my friend Charlie would not be happy with me if I did not tell you the truth. The organator is not the exact mechanism going on here. We think that the real mechanism has 8 steps and 15 distinct chemical species, but it's much more complicated, and the organator does such a good job approximating what's really going on.
The first law of thermodynamics. Heat is work and work is heat.
Heat is work and work is heat.
Very good. The second law of thermodynamics. Heat cannot of itself pass from one body to a hotter body.
Heat cannot of itself pass from one body to a hotter body.
Heat won't pass from a cooler to a hotter.
Heat won't pass from a cooler to a hotter.
You can try it if you like, but you'd far better not.
You can try it if you like, but you're far better not.
Cause the coal in the cooler will get hotter as a ruler. Because the hotter body's heat will pass through the cooler.
Cause the hotter body's heat will pass through the cooler.
Heat is work and work is heat and work is heat and heat is work. Heat will pass by conduction and the heat
will pass by conduction and
heat will pass by convection.
Heat will pass by convection.
Heat will pass by radiation.
Will pass by radiation.
And that's a physical law. Heat is work and work's a curse. And all the heat in the universe is gonna cool down.
In order to transfer our experimental data into a format that could be analyzed, we had to digitize the data. To do this, we subjectively determined the level of brown color on a scale of 0 to 1 for the iodine and the blue-black color on a scale of 0 to 3 for the starch at each second. We then plotted this data to model the oscillation.
Here we have on the plots the iodine oscillations and starch oscillations plotted against the best fit functions. Here it's impossible to get a perfect fit because we are subjectively calling the color, and it's an exothermic reaction, so the K values are changing as the temperature is changing.
In order to create the best fit function, there are 7 parameters. A null and B null, which are initial concentrations of 2 species in the proposed mechanism, and the rate constants K 1 through 5 for each of the steps of the reaction. Each parameter causes a change to one or more of the plots. A null and B null both cause a change in the height of the oscillation peaks. K1 changes only the height of the starch peak. K2 either affects the height at low values or the position of the peaks at moderate values above 2 times 10 to the second. K3 and K4 both determine the height of the peaks, and the final parameter K5 affects the position of the peaks in the starch plot and the height of the peaks in the iodine plot.
All right, my children. I don't want to get too heavy into the math because you guys haven't even had calculus yet. What happens when we change the rate constants that affects the rates at which each step in this mechanism happens is one of 2 things can happen. Either the rate at which the reaction cycles can be affected, or the concentration of individual species in the reaction will change.
Yep, when?
I think it was good for this shot.
You have to.